Hello, I'm Dr. Mary Curtis. Today, as an intuitive, as a channel, as one who loves to help people, I got led to the idea of basically interviewing myself as if I was in a podcast. So I just got done watching a couple people that I really admire doing a podcast, and it just kind of hit me like, hey, you want to do that too. So I'm just going to get the ball rolling with myself here and see where we land with this channel and this energy field. So I'm going to pretend like Spirit Team is interviewing me. And it might switch a little bit too. I may ask them questions, etc. But I just wanted to play a little bit and see where we get led here through the energy world. So you might see me typing a little bit as I go just to kind of clear the layers. So scanning. So you'll see me moving my hand if I'm reading energy. That's one of the ways I communicate, get my yeses and nos, get a nice confirmation, if you will, from the spirit world. So I'm just going to tap in and see where we're starting. First line. I love this. This feels like introductions. So they're saying to me the Saul Company. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, that's my home base. That's my guide team. That's who I play with. That's where I dance. That's how I get my data. That's how I help people. My real heart of hearts is a giver, a lover, a helper, a healer. My doctorate's in chiropractic, and I slowly started to evolve into playing with the non-physical world and helping others on their path with what I can receive on their behalf. So where Saul Company is taking me right now is to this kind of inception energy, and they're showing me what I wanted to know. So see, now I'm asking them a question because I could just hear this on that other podcast. It's like, when did you first find me? When did we start dancing together? So then that makes me curious, and I think about ages, and then I'm going to energy read, which is something I train on for because everyone can read and channel and communicate if they desire. I just taught myself a way that I love, and I love to share it. So I'm looking at this like, well, when did we we're eternally connected. I can feel that piece, but when in this lifetime, in this lifeline, did I know of you, if you will? And so this is just kind of a blanket question I'm asking myself. So age, I'm going to start, it's not 0. And then I'm going to break it down into like, when I read energy, like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh my God, I'm going to be 50 in a few days. So there's that, right? Different line of energy. But so I'm checking 0, 10, 20. Okay, 21, 2, 3, 4, about age 24. And I know, I'm going to just make sure I'm doing my math right. Yeah, that's 1999, which is a really interesting year because that was the year that I was led to start chiropractic school. I was doing some prerequisites. I didn't start until the year 2000 exactly, but that's right in that time frame right there. So it was sort of like an overtone. They're showing me, they were touching my heart in a few different ways, very much on the psychic plane around my parents, about learning how to start to surrender my self-worth and separate it from my parents, which, what an interesting, fascinating layer. Didn't even maybe humanly know that. So that's really cool. They're also showing me that I guess you would say, touched in with a few other people at that time. And they're showing me some family friend names that I can see that are mentors of mine. Some that I maybe called uncles and aunts that weren't even blood, but that helped me on my path, which is very fascinating. I would not have guessed that, those people they're showing me. I'm not going to use human names right now, but I can feel that tone in there, which is really kind of a neat layer. So then they're vibing me to question number 2, which is linking through my realm. Let me get it. When I decided to, what they're saying, accept it. When did you accept that you were different, Mary? And that you could hear energy, right? So that's more of a different story, as they're saying. It's kind of this linkage in about the awfulization of what I was seeing in life and some of the hard stuff and not being able to really break through into that or understand it. And that's when I started getting little frequencies or downloads or ideas or hints. And they are showing me a little bit of, I did most of my chiro school in Georgia, which is that 1999 thing. And how those tonals started to click in there, where it was like something really awful birthed in me. I got to know more. And I'm going to say that awful, kind of too strong of a word, but people in pain, people in suffering. And when you start in chiropractic school, you are a helper of sorts. You want to go in and change lives and make an impact. And chiropractic changed and made an impact on my life. And I decided I wanted to do that for other people. So there's that little tone in there, is the way it's kind of sitting in there. That impetus of dysregulation or pain maybe in others made me start to open my door, because it's like, how am I gonna help them? Yes, there's all the traditional things, which that's what I studied intently in school and learned all of that stuff. And I would consider my my channel side or my woo-woo side opening, a little bit more later through the human lens, but it's neat to see where this actually started. It's kind of fun and how it links in. Okay, so there's one more line in here under this knowing I was different frequency here. Let me look. So they said the day of Kairos start. And I actually know that to be true. I've thought about that many times. I've verbalized about it. I've felt it in my heart. Like the first day I went to class, the first teacher, Dr. DeMons, on day one, starting to really be able to work with the esoteric nature of the body and realizing, and the way he described it was that there was not any part of you that was smarter than any cell in your body. Now, as I've come down the path, I've realized that and know that every cell is consciousness, and the way that those energy fields sit together, it's all the same thing. But it blew my mind in that young moment of like my mind getting to be open, how I guess you could say that the idea of something being brilliant just standing upon its own was earth-shattering to me, like that a cell could have that much intelligence of it and brilliance. Now, I was raised in the medical world, my mom, and different things like that. But it never really dawned on me that depth of perception there. And I think that was a breakthrough there around the cellular structure. The teacher basically said one cell is smarter than your whole you. It's like, again, I don't know that I believe that in this now, knowing universalness and consciousness, but it was a breakthrough for me. And I think that's a really important fact to kind of play with and tease through there. So fabulous on that. Okay, there's another line of energy. Now I'm going to switch this gear. Let's close down this little session on this number one, and let's see what we get led to next.